Burke County woman in jail tonight charged with involuntary manslaughter. It happened Sunday on 4 Points Road in Waynesboro. Investigators say Hannah Cobb had some sort of altercation with Telvin Osborne when a gun went off and Osborne got shot. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The sheriff, Alfonso Williams, says they're still getting search warrants, but he says this shooting was not accidental and Cobb could face more charges.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all had a great weekend. My day is going absolutely outstanding. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers of the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Georgia by way of Waynesboro. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Georgia, everybody outside the great city of Waynesboro. And now before I start the story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And as you all may know, today is what? Yes, today is not Thirsty Thursday. Today is Messy Monday. And this story has hot mess written all over it. And now before I start this story, I want to ask you all one question before I lay out the details to this story. Do you think this shooting was an accident? Because Hannah Cobb, along with a few other people, want us to believe that this shooting of 30-year-old Telvin Osborne was an accident. But me, personally, I'm going to tell you straight up, I highly doubt that this was an accident, because as I lay these details out, you're going to ask yourself, how in the hell is that an accident if you done had an argument and you done been drinking and pick up a weapon?
It is reckless to go out and get drunk and then introduce a firearm into an argument.
And now for those of you who haven't heard the story yet, this story is very troubling, but at the same time, it shows you the nerve of some people. Now, just a few days ago, last week to be exact, on Sunday morning, around 5-ish, Telvin Osborne was shot by his 25-year-old girlfriend, Hannah Cobb, inside of their trailer park home. And I'm not trying to be funny by saying trailer park, but at the same time, you would think that if you have a guy on social media bigging up, I hate to say it, can I keep it real, you all? Can I keep it real? And I'm not trying to be racist. I'm trying to make a point. But you would think that if you have a guy who's bigging up white people all over social media, and also his white girlfriend, you would think that that person would be living high off the hog, or in other words, be living in a big-ass house, not a trailer park. And forgive me to anybody out there in a trailer park right now watching my video saying, Trey, I like your channel. I can't watch you no more because you hate on trailer parks. No, I'm just making a point. Now, you would think that somebody that's with somebody and they all over social media and they bigging them up and putting down their own race of people, you would think those people would have it made. But no, evidently, they don't. And now immediately after the shooting took place, Hannah Osborne picked up her phone and dialed 911 and started professing her innocence, as you all are about to hear right now.
Okay. We were taking the chamber. My daughter not taking me off. I'm so sorry.
And now, family, as you all heard Hannah Cobb talking to the 911 dispatcher, she relayed to the 911 dispatcher that she was checking the chamber of her gun and that the gun accidentally went off. But just a few minutes later, she stated to the 911 dispatcher, as you all are about to hear right now, that it was a bullet stuck in the chamber and she accidentally pulled the trigger. But first you said that you and Telvin was checking the gun to see if anything was in the chamber, and then you backdoored just a minute and 27 seconds later and stated to the 911 dispatcher that it was a bullet stuck in the gun and that you accidentally pulled the trigger. But think about this, family. Who in the hell pulls a damn gun out at 5 in the morning after they leave in the club drunk as hell and after they've been fussing and fighting? Think about that also.
Go out and get drunk and then introduce a firearm into an argument.
Now, she wants us to believe that she and Telvin were checking this gun and it accidentally went off. But if it was a mistake, why didn't you relay that to the 911 dispatcher when you first called her, telling the 911 dispatcher that it was an accidental shooting, instead of giving the 911 dispatcher two different damn stories? And after calling 911, that's when police showed up roughly around 5:36. Now, you would think that when the police got to this residence that Hannah Cobb and Telvin was at, that they would have immediately arrested her due to the fact that there was a weapon involved, and you also have a dead person laying in the master bedroom with a gunshot wound to the chest. And after seeing the crime scene, you would think that the police would have immediately arrested her, but they didn't. They allowed her to stay free for a few days until the public and also social media started raising hell. And that's the great thing about social media and also the public, because a lot of these stories will not even be heard, and a lot of these people will be still set free if it wasn't for people like me and other bloggers out here pushing the line and pushing the issue. But at the same time, I did a story just Friday where we had similar situations where we had a woman named Tamara Hubbard and also her boyfriend, Joshua Jones. They got into a little argument over breakfast food and also over personal finances. Now, the story I did Friday, if you have not seen that video out of Louisiana, please go check it out. Now, after the shooting took place inside of LaPlace, Louisiana, at the home that Joshua Jones was staying in, Tamara Hubbard called the police, called 911, and told them basically the same thing that Hannah Cobb told them, that it was a what? Yes, it started with an A. It was an accident. But guess what, though? Two different things happened. Now, the police came and immediately arrested Tamara Hubbard and charged her with, guess what? Second-degree murder.
Hubbard was arrested at the scene and booked with second-degree murder.
But unfortunately, as you all can tell, Hannah Cobb only been charged with involuntary manslaughter. So let me ask you all this, especially my people in the great state of Georgia. Why in the hell is this woman, Hannah Cobb, only charged with involuntary manslaughter? And as I did some background checking, involuntary manslaughter is basically nothing in the state of Georgia because it carries up to 1 to 10 years. Now, you get more, as you all can see, for aggravated assault in Georgia. So answer this for me today, you all. Why is Hannah Cobb out of Georgia charged with involuntary manslaughter when we have a woman in Louisiana under a similar situation charged with second-degree murder? And they both say it was an accident. Now, on one hand, you got one person calling 911 giving two misleading different stories. Now, on the second hand, you have the black woman in Louisiana who called and just said it was an accident. She didn't even switch the stories up. But guess what, though? Two totally different charges. But as you all heard the police chief say,
the sheriff, Alfonso Williams, says they're still getting search warrants, but he says this shooting was not accidental and Cobb could face more charges.
That it wasn't an accident. So if it wasn't an accident, Mr. Police Chief, why isn't Hannah Cobb charged with at least second-degree murder or at least manslaughter? Y'all gave her the lowest manslaughter charge that you all can give her. Now, it also says that in the great state of Georgia, that if you're charged with involuntary manslaughter, if it's like unlawful or lawful, it's one of them, that it's a misdemeanor. So on one hand, you all got it classified as a felon, but at the same time, what if she go to court and they drop this charge to a misdemeanor and she end up just getting out of jail, period, because it only carries 1 to 10 years. Think about that also. Talk about a slap in the face. And that's not even the bad part, family. The bad part of this right here, that Telvin Washington has been dogging black women out on social media for years, as you all can see, saying that he would rather sleep with a dog, but the dog have to be a white dog. He would rather sleep with a dog instead of sleeping, well, he said elfing, a black woman. Think about that. Now here it is. We have a man who is dead, not by the hands of a black woman or a Mexican woman or a Chinese woman. No, and I'm not trying to be racist to my white people out there, because I have all kinds of people, all kind of races of people that is, that watch me. Now I'm trying to really make sense of this. Now you would think that it would have been a black woman that would have killed him, right? But it wasn't. It was the same person that he was bigging up. And not saying that all white women are like that. We're not saying that. But you would have thought that it would have been a black woman who would have called him slipping and did him in. But no, it was his white girlfriend, his white baby mama that did him in. Talking about sleeping with the enemy. Now, what's even more troubling is the fact that you would think that after Telvin Washington has been killed, that his family will remain silent. But he had a cousin that reiterated everything that Telvin Osborne was saying. Basically saying that he agreed with everything that his cousin said, even though his cousin got murdered by a white woman.
Now what? Why y'all so hurt? Why y'all so hurt? Oh, let me guess, because y'all black ain't. Ooh, sweet baby Jesus.
Now, how you still mad at black women, sir, when it was a white woman that killed your cousin? And going to show you how crazy you is, you sitting up here just cussing your butt out, calling people out over the internet over something so frivolous, something so stupid. And we wonder why things happen to us the way they do. Now, I don't understand how people get with other races of people and then decide that they that same race. Like if you're a black person, you go get with a Chinese person, you start thinking that you're Chinese until a Chinese or something happened to you and it reminds you what color you are. As in the situation of this story right here. And like I always tell you all, you can be with who you want to be with. You can love who you want to love. But at the same time, it's not what you do. It's how you do what you do. But you will never, ever, ever see a white person, a white man or a woman, dogging their own race out, just to be with another race. You will never see that. You will never come on social media and see a Mexican woman dogging all Mexican men out. You will never see that. You will never come on social media and see a Chinese man dogging all Chinese women out. You know why? Because it's consequences for that. And now, family, I don't know why certain black men dog their own women out just for clicks and views on social media or because they're just mad or whatnot. I do not understand that. But at the same time, it says more about them than about you. But in closing, as you all can see, Telvin Osborne family launched a GoFundMe. And guess what? They only raised just a few $100. Now, the same people that Telvin Osborne was putting down is the same group of people that they think is going to help bury him. Now, think about this. Now you all asking for help, the family that is. But at the same time, who in the hell did this picture with this GoFundMe? And also, notice how they have Hannah Cobb edited out just a little bit, like a damn ghost behind those damn children. Now, you see this photo, and I had to blur the children's faces out. Now, we have a dead man. We have a woman who's still in jail, charged with just involuntary manslaughter. She may be out at any time. And Hannah Cobb, if you ever see this video, which you probably see it today, please don't come after me because, girl, they ain't charging y'all with nothing. Now, think about this as you all look at this picture with this half picture. Now, you all leave behind, well, tell me that is, leave behind 4 children. Now, what you all doing at 5-something in the morning, fussing and fighting, and then, Hannah, you go pick up a damn gun, shoot this man, call 911 and get them misleading stories. And then, as you all heard the chief say,
I asked the sheriff if Cobb turned herself in or if deputies went to get her. The sheriff said they made arrangements with her to pick her up.
It took days for them to come arrest you. Now think about this, and we're going to close the story up. How can a person sit up here and kill somebody, basically murder someone, and then the chief say, we're making arrangements with them to turn themselves in? Who the hell does that? But like I told you all, it seems to me that this story do have some kind of racist tone to it or whatnot, coming from the police department, because I do not understand how this woman, as you all heard the chief say out his own mouth, that it wasn't an accident, but at the same time, you got her charged with a crime that's basically an accidental charge, involuntary manslaughter. And the reason why I say that is because you all didn't even charge her with manslaughter. It would have been better at least charge her, number one, since you're not going to charge her with second-degree murder, at least charge her with manslaughter. It doesn't make no damn sense. But at the same time, you all got to be careful of who you align yourself with. Be careful of the people that you allow to come in your life. But I'll be damned if I sit up here and big somebody up and dog my own race out. And then the race that I'm trying to be like, as you all can tell by these photos, the race I'm trying to be like, that person killed me. But at the same time, I had so much hate for my own race that I was too blind to see that I was sleeping with the enemy. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. And as more info come out, more details come out, I will keep you all updated. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member. Also share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed and love yourself. And if you can't love yourself, at least keep it to yourself. Because guess what? You may need the same people that you're trying to dog out one day. Think about that. As in the case of poor old Telvin Osborne. And I will see y'all soon on next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.